Dale. Don't I freaking watch every freaking move she makes? It's actually quite comical. Dale. Don't I freaking watch every. Hey y'all, it's Little Red. I see you. I'm always behind, running late. I'm trying to get all my stuff pulled up. Hi, Mother of Dragons, Manya, Ilya. Joe put out a stream with several actual recordings. Let's out here. So I've not finished it yet. I'm almost to the end. Hey, Dottie. Hey, Laura. Dottie, would you take a link and come in and talk? I can't get up with Todd. He was here a while ago. Let me get my YouTube pulled up on my other channel. Y'all give me just a second. There we are. Thank you, girl. I love when you know how to, you got to hop in my DMs and say, here I am, because I'll never find you. What's going on, Ilya? What are you confused about? Are you really only? I need to back up. This chat's been going for a while, and I wasn't before the live even started. Hey, lady. Hey, lady. Sorry, I had my mic, my sound off. What are you confused about, Ilya? I've got to catch up in the chat. Can you hear me, Dottie?
Hey, Little Red.
Hey, lady. I was talking to you. I was talking to you before you were actually here, I
think. Yeah, I'm trying to work, but you know what? Time out. Taking a break.
Hey, Mark Smith. I don't think I've done anything to get struck for, Mark. I think he was asking. Well, I always see the good in people. I don't know if he was being shitty, but he said it's weird that Puny and ProLib said they struck me. Wonder why my channel's not down yet. I don't think
Probably because they were false strikes. That's probably why.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been waiting. Ilya, it's hard to keep up. I swear. You would need 36 hours in a day and no job. And I have neither of those two things. Well, so what y'all think of the video? I wish, hey, Manya said, what's up? I'm so far behind in the chat. What time is it? I'm still at like 2:15. I'm just going to jump forward. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. Hey, Exploratory Minds, Lisa, Karma Kid. There's a lot of new people in here. Laura C. So,
When you mention you have receipts, people come.
oh, well, that was funny. You like that picture? I thought that was cute. Um, yeah, Joe's video. That's it. I don't have receipts. I'm talking about the receipts that have been blasted all over the internet today.
I just barely started watching her video, so I'll get caught up.
And it's not something I can play where we could listen to it together because it's just the way she put it together. You couldn't. I could if someone was here that could help me out, Todd, but he's not. He said, "Let me know when you're going at live," and then he went silent. Did y'all see where KJ's person atted me saying she has to get up with Ryan from my chat last night? It's she didn't say urgent. I can't remember the word she used. This lady blocks me. And she's one of the KJ Bulldogs, like all of the KJ Bulldogs.
Lorianne?
Yeah. That one. I was trying to think of a way not to say her name, but fuck it. Um the Kirsten, she added me trying to get up with Ryan. It's dire emergent. And no one knows why. Jason Bourne's in here, y'all. We're in trouble. Ilya said she just put TT, Adria, Unveiling, Gumby, Matt, Britters, Leslie, and her own self. You mean she just outed? Is that what you mean? Do you want to come in and talk, Ilya? I'll send you the link. I want to talk to someone who's seen the whole video because I have not completed it yet.
Sorry, I'm useless today. The problems of having a real job.
I know, right? I was so glad to be off today.
The nice thing is I work from home, but I can only slack so far. You know what I'm saying?
Mother of Dragons, Joe put out a video with just, how long was it? An hour? I just sent you a link, Ilya. I'm so glad. Thank goodness. I think um, she probably knows how to do this better than me. I would play Joe's on the screen if Todd would come in here. I don't think she would mind.
So, can I ask you're probably going to get into this, but does this have to do with KJ as well? What Joe talked about?
Yeah, she was mentioned. There was a lot of Leslie talking about KJ and Matt Bear, and I tweeted earlier. I said I think that if Leslie had have not focused on that group DM with all those ladies and all of the stuff they were doing, her channel would have passed Katie's by now. Just because to people she's more likable. But she was so much in the drama, and it may have started when she would we're going to get into it. I need some people in here. I'm not good at talking by myself. I got to go to work. Oh,
Hello.
hi, lady. How are you?
Hi.
Have you
I'm
watched
good.
anything?
How are you?
Have you watched it today? Anything, the live or anything? Joe's live.
I did. I went into the live because I thought I was blocked, and I went in there and said, Am I blocked?" And they said no.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
I said, "Okay." And then I asked, was basically asking for an apology from Joe because, you know,
And and of course she said I'm not apologizing to Steve. Like that's not. Ugh.
well, she said she needed to know what she was apologizing for at first. And I'm like, well, you guys all talked crap about me, that the threats that you were receiving and all of that was due to me. And it very clearly was not my fault.
She didn't remember.
I
That's right.
No, but she remembered when Dove Kitty told her I came in and was mean to them. I just think she's remembering, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything to do with anything with the screenshots. Let's be very honest. I was never a part of any of that story. I was never a part of anything to do with Leslie Bass at all.
You weren't
My
even
friendship
there.
was.
You were a little bit late to that party anyway, right? Like were you even involved when any of that was going on?
I was friends with Stephen Cheshire and Bull and them prior to it, but I wasn't a part of any of it.
Yeah.
None of it.
None of us were, other than wanting to know, you know.
Yeah. I didn't have anything to do with anything. But in the process, you know, I did pay attention and listen, and Steve, Cheshire, Bull, they're my friends, right?
Right.
You know, so of course I had some strong opinions and strong thoughts on the process because, you know, I'm going to be very honest and transparent with you guys. Steve McRae has never once come to me and asked me for anything. He's never asked me to report people. He's never asked me to lie. He's never asked me to do anything at all. Not once, not ever.
Right.
I can only speak for myself. But I have no reason to believe otherwise about him when he's never been that way with me. So, with that said, yes, I had some strong opinions and strong thoughts. Well, I started getting the threats and stuff after the big dumpster fire on Defango's channel, where all of the our conversation started. I started receiving threats. They were real. They happened. Cheshire had a live stream, showed them all. And then I started getting a whole lot of flack about it, saying that I can't be friends with Steve McRae and do my project to highlight assaults and R and all of those things, right?
Right.
And I was like, who are you to tell me who, one, I can and can't be friends with, and two, that who I am friends with would have an impact. I don't view Steve in the same way you are. Therefore, I don't see why I can't do my project. And I started receiving those threats. I received one that was a straight up tweet at me, not even in private. Literally a tweet at me in public saying they wanted to arm me and then choke me to death. Literally. It wasn't even in private. It was not even in private. But yet I have a whole bunch of people telling me I lied and faked it. And then I have people saying that I was Steve and Cheshire's martyr and I co-signed for it to get the heat off of. No, I was legitimately getting threats. Legit. Yep. And
like you backed off, like went away for a while, didn't you? Just completely.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, did y'all see Freon up in there trolling?
Oh, I don't care.
He just can't help himself.
But at the end of the day, I'm not I'm not brainwashed. I have all full functioning cells and nerve endings pumping through my body. I am completely not a part of any cult, and I don't appreciate that. I am an intelligent, educated woman who has my own thoughts, my own opinions. And yes, I'm friends with Steve McRae, and nothing anyone says is going to change that. What would change that is his behavior towards me. Right. And unless he's behaving a certain way towards me that you guys are claiming, then I have zero evidence to say that your claims are legitimate. If your claims are so true, provide the proof. You carry the burden of proof if you're going to put out the positive claim. You have yet to put out the burden of proof to make me change my mind, and he doesn't treat me that way. So why am I going to listen to someone I don't know when I've built up a friendship with Steve, Cheshire, Manya, Sweet Heathen, Bull? I've built up friendships with these people. Legitimate. Bull is the producer on my channel. You know, why am I going to listen to someone who doesn't even want to talk to me or be friends with me and get to know me, who just wants to attack me because of who I'm friends with? Why would I listen to you?
Yep.
If you have a legit concern about someone being friends with someone else that you don't attack them first and explain later. That's not how that works.
Don't do that ever with any situation. That's not how you approach it.
I have always been just Ilya Moon. I've never been anyone else. I have 0 sock accounts. I don't have time for the BS. I don't have time for the drama. Ever. And I'll tell you this much. I was threatened, whether you believe it or not, absolutely means jack shit to me. I'm the one who lived through it. I'm the one that had to deal with it. Guess what? You didn't. So sit down and shut up and get out of my way so I can move on with my life already. Quit coming into side chats and saying, Ilya Moon is the liar. She did this for this and this. No, F you. Unless you've been in my DMs on Twitter and unless you pay my effing bills in my house. I'm sorry, I'm trying to watch my language. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. But unless you're paying my bills at my house and unless you're in my actual accounts, you have no business commenting on me or my life. Do you understand, people out there who are probably watching who have come and done that in the past week? Coming into other people's side chats on debates, topics not even related to Steve McRae or anything to do with Steve McRae. And you sit there and you tag me and tell me that I'm a liar about these threats that were publicly shown on a live stream, and it was a public tweet at me. It wasn't even in a DM. And now I've always been very calm, very quiet, very sincere, and very kind to people. But I'm really flipping sick of it because I've not done a dang thing to anybody.
Joan said you should have never apologized to her. You should have been the one that got the apology.
I did. I went into Joe's stream and apologized to her a few months ago because she was saying that I made assault victims feel ashamed.
That's such bullshit.
As a victim myself of assault, I went in there because I would never want another person to feel that way. So I went in there and pulled my big girl panties on and said I was sorry to her audience if I ever made them feel uncomfortable, because as an actual survivor myself, I would never want someone else to feel that way, ever. So I tried to do the right thing for the audience, because if someone did feel uncomfortable, I don't want them to. I mean, you know, I would never want that.
I know.
For anybody.
I know exactly. Yeah.
But
you can definitely see who I have to watch how I say stuff. You can tell when someone is just a decent person. Like, to a lot of people who shouldn't have apologized, but you did. But look what you were going through. Like, everyone knows you weren't lying. People could see what happened to you.
yeah. And if people couldn't see, that means that they were blocked, and blocked for a good reason, because I don't just go around and willy-nilly block people. So
crazy.
At the end of the day, their type of crazy obsession with hating Steve is not something that I want to be a part of. It is not something I am interested in hearing about.
I know, I'm so sick of hearing it.
It's not something that has any impact on me, and 0 impact on my relationship with him or anyone else in the community, period. I am not a part of the Teen Mom drama community. I am not a part of the Uni Rock hate club community. I am not a part of the KJP hate club community. I'm a part of the debunking and skeptic community. I am friends with Team Skeptic, FTFE, Red's Rhetoric, but not because of anything to do with flipping drama. It's because we debunk. We enjoy the same things.
Yeah. Well, a lot of shit's been debunked today on YouTube. It is different.
So I listened to it because I was like, okay, I have to hear what happened. And she plays like where they have some video, or not video, but some voice conversation, not just always text. She shows a lot of text conversation, but there's actual voice conversation. And you can tell it's Leslie's voice and you can tell it's Joe's voice. They have very distinct voices, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And Leslie outright admits, I wouldn't have had to fake the email if he wouldn't have been asking for it.
See, that was what I'm glad
So-
you mentioned that, because I saw someone say that in the chat, and when I got to that part of the video, I can't tell if that's exactly what she's saying. I've got to go back and listen. Like, I was trying to get through it. Carry on. I'm sorry.
No, she did. She said, Steve said, oh, email, send me the email. Because Steve was trying at the time to help her prove that she had a strike. So he said, basically, she was saying, oh, he said, send me the email. And she said, and Steve was like, email, email, email. And I would not have had to fake the email if that wouldn't have happened, is basically what she said.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Proving the fact that Steve was not involved in the fakery of that BS.
Yet they were still in that chat, some trolls saying he was.
No, Leslie faked it all on her own and did not. I mean, she clearly said, Steve was like, ooh, email, 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 send me the email. And then she said, I would not have had to fake it.
That's so crazy.
And to be fair, like, it looks to me, with based on all the evidence, like they were talking about so TT and Adria and all of them had fake accounts. She was even talking about the one where there was some type of chat where Steve had made a comment that he was not afraid of Leslie Bass's husband, and that she was on her sock account and said, well, you should be. And it wasn't even. Leslie has sock accounts that she's been using to follow Steve and get buddy with him, and just to try to get into the inner circle. Matt Byers was Gumby and got close to Steve, and she talks about how she doesn't think that Steve realizes that it's Matt, and how nobody knows that this person's this person and this person is this person. I mean, it's insane, the web of lies that group created, that Joe just put out. But Joe threw her own self under the bus with it too.
Yeah, well, she's at the point she's getting attacked
from
every side. Oh, yeah, I was muted. She's at the point now she has no choice, because she's getting all the attack, and she didn't do it by herself. Somebody was in it on her, in it with her.
It was Britters, TT,
and
Leslie, Adria, and Matt Byers.
And at that time, I was getting accused of, and just there was a group of us that were getting accused on Twitter of having 10, 12 socks a piece, when I've always said I had 2 accounts. They both had the same profile picture. Everyone knows who they are. My friends were getting accused of being everyone. I had people coming at me because they thought I was other people. And come to find out, the people doing the accusing are the ones with the socks, and they're still using the socks right now to attack people. The same as...
Well, that's how it goes.
I mean, I was kind of shocked. I went to my block list and unblocked just to see who is there compared to the people who their accounts have been, this is this person, that's this person. They're still using these accounts. They haven't shut them down. Right.
Nobody is perfect. And I really understand that nobody is perfect in any of this, and mistakes have been made. But at the end of the day, this is some massive manipulative bullshit.
Disgusting bullshit.
And not Mother of Dragons, another mother.
Mother Font.
In Joe's chat today, she said, Ilya Moon, you were Cheshire's and Steve's martyr, and you co-signed for it. What
the hell? I missed that part.
How? I had legitimate threats and legitimate things happen to me. By the way, within a week of my son passing away, how was I supposed to handle it when the people who were there for me and checking on me were the very people you were accusing of having mind control over me? I'm
And
just
Steve
saying.
had your back. Like, Steve always had your back.
Yes. And they were the ones checking on me. They were the ones asking me, how are you doing today? Is there anything we can do for you? No, nobody else was, but everybody else was real quick to jump on the bandwagon that Ilya's lying about getting these threats when they were publicly shown and on my public Twitter feed for anyone who wanted to pay flipping attention. And then Emmy just said, yeah, Joe's video and the screenshot shows the girls never believed that I lost my son too. They talked bad about me, saying that they didn't believe I actually lost my son.
Like,
that was in the video too.
Because people lie about shit. I mean, I guess there are sick people.
Now, I'm going to
like
tell you
that
right
side.
now, there's a lot of things that I've messed up on in my life. I am not a perfect person. But when you start accusing me of lying about the loss of my only flipping child, you're going to get something that you don't want in return.
Sorry, boo.
And that makes me so mad that she did that, because I would never do that to anybody else.
Girl, I'm so sorry.
I would
You went down there through it the last year. I know.
I would never do that to somebody else. He was my only child. And trust me, I would rather have him back than any sympathy anybody on the freaking internet could offer me. Are you kidding me? But yeah, I saw that, Emmy. Yeah, I just didn't want to bring it up, but yeah. But yeah, they were all in there talking about how they didn't think I really lost my son.
Was this in the group DM that they kept sharing, that she was sharing?
Yes.
Nasty ass. And a group DM with someone who has lost a child in her family. Ugh. It's terrible, y'all.
It's just disgusting what they did.
There's some disgusting people that can come after people, lie on them, try to frame them for the shit Kim's been trying. I hope they all get whatever they deserve from this.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to cry. It's just that's such a sensitive thing for me that I just don't even. It's okay. It's okay.
Don't ever apologize for crying.
You're allowed to cry all you want.
I'm just
I couldn't even imagine.
because they took their hate and their anger and it has affected other real people. They took what they were mad at and they twisted it and turned it and have hurt people like me who are completely innocent in this and had nothing to do with it. Nothing. I had nothing to do with their hate or their situations or anything. And as far as I'm concerned, they can all just rot because they don't deserve to be forgiven. And there is nothing anywhere that says you have to forgive people. And to accuse me of lying about my son is unforgivable. And I will never forgive them, ever. I can't. And I don't want to. And that's just
and you shouldn't have to. And I couldn't imagine ever in this life losing a child. No one should have to bury their child ever. And for someone to use that to talk shit about someone is terrible.
And Mother Funk, I saw you were in the chat. I really would appreciate it if you wouldn't say that I was their martyr. I legitimately went through this. I legitimately went through these things. And I didn't co-sign for anyone to use that as anything. What people did with that information, they did with it. But I don't appreciate the accusation that I was just co-signing for people to use my situation to excuse whatever behavior you feel like they needed to excuse. That's not fair to me.
No, it's not. And then, like, when you're in a group with your friends and you tell something, it should not be used against you. Something that terrible anyway should always be off limits. Period. Leslie would expect that. That's her biggest thing was always that should be off limits. Don't talk about that. Everyone's always kids are off limits. Well, losing a loved one should be off limits,
I never said
especially
a
if it's
bad
your
thing
child.
about, I've never said a bad thing about Adria, TT, Britters, Leslie, or even Joe. I've never said a bad thing about any of them. The only thing I said about Joe was the fact that I didn't agree with what she said about Steve. I didn't agree with it at all. That is literally all I said was I don't agree with it.
And if you don't agree with them though, you're the devil.
That's literally all I said was I don't agree with that sentiment. It was not fair to me to put me in that position. And it's not fair to go around and have these conversations saying that I lied about my son passing away. And if you really want to know, there are people in the community who have seen the memorial, who have seen his legitimate ashes that were where he was cremated, and who know the entire story. They know my real name. They have video chatted with me, and they know everything. And I'm sorry, but the rest of you on the internet have not earned that right to know that.
Oh,
And the people who know me know the truth. So I dare somebody else to accuse me of lying about my only child passing away. I dare you to. And I dare you to say it to my face.
I better not see anybody say shit about you online anymore. I haven't seen you like you really went away for a while, and like when you were back, I don't remember how long ago it was when I finally saw you again online. Like you went away, which I didn't get on YouTube. I quit subscribing to that shit. Like I quit going on the channels. I was working a lot for a while. Um, but
Hey, Mother,
no one should have to
hang
be
on.
ran off from.
Yeah. Mother Funk, it was in Joe's receipts messages. They were talking about it in the screenshots that she shared on her video.
The last video that she did this morning, not the live, the video that she
Not
put
the
out.
live, but the video she put out. Not anyone in a side chat. It was in screenshots amongst their group chat. They were talking about how they think that I faked it.
I don't know what part of that was that near the beginning, the middle. Do you know?
I don't. Emmy, you're the one who called it out too. Do you remember where that was at? It was, there were so many spots where they were doing screenshots and different things. So I would have to go back through and timestamp it.
Yeah, I asked for some timestamps. I should have set this for a little bit later. I did not realize it was going to take me so long to get through Joe's video. I did barely get through. I've got like through 3/4 of it maybe, and everyone's popping off about it. So my phone was just ding ding dinging.
I'll have to go back through and look at it, but I don't really care about all this hate and drama amongst people. I don't care that Joe hates Steve and Steve hates Joe and that they hate KJP and who hates who here, where, why. I'm friends with people based on how they treat me. That's the end of it. And I have been nothing but calm and nice to people at all times. All times. And I was in an okay mood and I was in a good place. But then I watched Joe's video and saw the screenshots of where they were talking about my child passing, and it really, really got to me in a very real way. And I wasn't going to bring it up because there was enough other information dropped in that video, but yeah, that part was pretty upsetting.
Yeah, and that part could have maybe even been left out of the video. I think it just speaks volumes to what type of people they are.
To be honest with you, like, I'm not like, okay, so like, Ra Rez is in the chat. He and I had a bit of a falling out, over some of this stuff that was going on. I don't really have any hate or ill will towards Rye. I think he's a good person. I think it was just the timing and circumstances when he was asking me questions. It just came all wrong to me because of the timing, right? And not that that's an excuse, but it is what it is. So there are people intertwined in this that along the way there's been little hiccups with, right? But I literally am 100% collateral damage in this. And, it's just, I mean, I have no respect for any of this, any part of this anymore. None. Like, Steve is still my friend. Cheshire is still my friend. They are my friend, and I will continue to support them and watch them on their channels when it pertains to everything except this. But when it comes to anything to do with Unirock, KJP, whatever, that whole situation, I don't want any part of it anymore. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't have anything to do with it. If it means that I consistently have to go through my day in, day out situations, I just don't want anything to do with it anymore.
And you have the absolute right to feel that way, and it's understandable. You kind of got drug into it, I mean, you didn't ask to be talked about in those DMs or put in that video, and whoa, I'm gonna have to just regroup and watch it when I don't have other stuff going on, because apparently I missed a lot because I'm getting messages that happened towards the beginning, and I missed it.
Well, there's a lot of screenshots too, and unless you like for me, unless you actually pause and read them, you're not going to catch it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and to be honest with you, fair play to Joe for throwing herself under the bus and showing it all. Fair play to her. And, if I make a choice to move forward and forgive anyone, it would probably be Joe, because Joe actually admitted to doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just the fact that you've got all these other people intertwining in, and then sharing screenshots of them talking about me and my son not really passing away, and you've got all of these other things going on. It's just, how did I become collateral damage in their hate?
Amy, I know.
McCrae.
Amy, she called me a Dorcas. I know. I was trying.
How did I become that?
You didn't. You just hateful people.
I see my boyfriend's in the chat.
Oh.
Are you there? Did I lose you? Are you muted?
We're still here. And if I could give you a hug through the internet, I still would.
Oh, I was muted.
There's no way you deserved anything. Even, it's just, I didn't know some of this stuff happened, and I'm just, my jaw's on the ground. The internet shouldn't be like this. It really.
No, it's terrible. It is.
It shouldn't. We're grown ups.
What do people say?
It can be way better than this.
Twitter is a cesspool.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, my boyfriend's in the chat, Cross Puncher. We've been together for a long time now, and he can tell you, not that he should have to, but he knows my son passed away. So
hi, nice to meet you.
He shouldn't have to say anything. People should just shut up, right? So
you shouldn't have to say anything. You should have to defend that. People should just say, just so sorry for you, and leave you the hell alone. Like, let you be friends with who you want to be friends with, and I don't. It's just gross.
Yeah.
And
I
all
really
because
wasn't even
and
going
I,
to bring that up. Oh, because I know how upset it made me when I first saw it, but Emmy then mentioned it, and so I was kind of like, well, I guess I have to address it now.
she said she was sorry. She didn't mean to
Yeah.
upset you.
I know. I know. I know. I just Joe was talking about she wanted receipts of where she was mean to me. Well, it looks like she provided her own receipts for that.
Yeah. I don't know where to go with this now. Because this makes it all seem like all of the rest of the shit just seem like ridiculous when you put your perspective into it and what you've been through. And Wooden Eagle said she'd never heard about any of this. Yeah. It's been going on for a while.
I thought it was done. Like I had pulled myself completely. I've been starting my own channel with my best friends. We are doing great and trying to do good things. We're doing debunking. We're having a show called Equality. And then tonight we're starting the weekly derp where we review stupid things. And
What's the name of your channel?
Sit down with debunkers.
I'm gonna check it out.
I don't have a spanner or I'd link it, but yeah, we do all kinds of stuff. And, I've been working on that and minding my own business and staying to myself.
Yeah, I just really
Gibby
think
just
that
said the screenshots are clear. Who said it, Motherfunk? I just looked at them again. Yeah. Emmy, you can say who they are in the side chat. I haven't had a chance to go back and screenshot it myself to grab it, but yeah. Hi, Brandon.
Hey, I just woke up and saw this, and damn, that's. I don't want you to go through it again because, man, whatever. Plus, I don't think I want to know. Whatever.
Literally, out of all the things that were said and all the things that were shown, I would say probably the hardest pill for me to swallow was that.
totally and completely uncalled for.
Hey, Brandon.
Especially since what Leslie went through with her nephew. Uncalled for.
Okay, y'all. Yeah, this took a turn I didn't expect it to happen today. I'm so sorry, Ilya, that you're upset. And I'm so sorry. I missed that part. I did not know when we come into this chat that they had been talking about that. And now I have to say, anyone who's following those accounts needs to think about long and hard, like who these people are. And I know you said you didn't want an apology, and I don't blame you for saying you'd never forgive them, but that doesn't mean they shouldn't apologize, or at least shut that shit down, shut those accounts down, and stop. I mean, that group DM is probably still going. Oh, Christ Puncher said he loved you, sweetie.
All I can say is Leslie Bass had me fooled last year, coming across sweet as pie. Not cool.
Well, see, when I started on Twitter, I didn't know who Leslie was. I didn't know who KJ was. We were all of these people that are in that group chat. We were all, I think we were pretty much all like just on Twitter, had her page and Team Mom stuff. And then we found out who KJ was, and then LB.
Sorry, I got dropped. I'm back. Sorry, I was dropped.
Oh, sorry. Oh, she dropped again. or it might be a lag. Um, when the side picking happened with the KJ and LB, no, I follow the red when they guys too. When the side stuff happened, people picked sides, and all of a sudden you couldn't be friends with anybody that followed Steve or anybody that followed KJ, and it just got hateful. Wooden, do you want a link? I was kind of, it got away with me a few times, like when people were coming at me, and I didn't catch it nearly as bad as Kim or Ilya. Hold on, I'm having trouble with my internet. Are y'all here? Can y'all hear me?
I'm here. Sorry, I'm just. That was a punch for sure.
Yeah, it's like you don't know what to say. You don't really want to go back to talking about the shit.
Because I remember everything going down last year, people taking sides. I mean, and now that we know what we know, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. And I don't know where to go with it now because that was so heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't expect her to. I didn't know she was even going to come in. So for her to be so upset like that. Hey, we see you. You're back.
Okay, cool.
You
Yeah,
okay?
my internet was wavering because we had lost I had lost internet due to a bad storm, so I was on my mobile hotspot, but my internet came back on and it wanted to switch on my cell phone, so it just threw me off.
Manya said they are all combusting on their own now. Yeah, they're throwing each other under the bus, and there's a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people from all of theirs channels that. Hey Joey, take your link, bro. I think there's a lot of people that are just probably shocked at what was going on behind the scenes because surely all of their subs weren't terrible. You know what I mean? Like people just really went there for like the tea, like what's going on with T Mom, what's going on with the channels they report on, and then to find out in the background they're going at like a lot of KJ's people don't have Twitter. They would be flabbergasted if they were to join Twitter and see what really goes on.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, so Emmy put it in the chat. Yeah, it was Leslie who said that.
Said, wait, it was Leslie that said that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just horrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've got to go back and watch this chat. I wish someone knew how to.
I saw it, but I couldn't. I hadn't screenshot it, and I didn't scroll in to see who said it. But Emmy said that she scrolled in to see who said it, and it was.
I wish I hear you, Amy. I'm going. I wish someone here knew how to post it on the screen on this Google Hangout because I'm going to my DM, Amy Lou.
Did Amy send it?
No, she told me to check. Oh, yes, she did. Yes, she did. I thought it was a voice clip. Yes, I remember someone saying something. Who's the
I was
first?
on my laptop, probably, but I'm on my phone right now, so.
What a. Oh my God. Amy, I don't even know what to say.
It?
Huh?
Can you share it so people in the audience
I'm trying.
Can see?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on. Let me. Can y'all see the little chat screen on this screen? Like whatever device you're looking at. Like there's a to the left. There's a chat where you can text chat.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Shit.
Brandon.
Yeah, I don't know how to bring up the chat thing. Fuck.
And there's no way. Let me try. I'm trying.
She said,
See,
You
my
can share
laptop.
screen on like Zoom and Meets and stuff, but I don't know about Hangouts.
See, the other night when Todd was in here, he was putting videos or stuff on his screen, and I just put the white circle around him. Joey, Google how to do it, Joey.
"Oh,
How to do
still,
what's that?
Huh?
How to do what?
How does the other night when Todd was putting pictures
I'm
on the
there."
Hangout screen, how did he do that? See, if I do anything with my laptop right now, it's going to show. I don't have this screen locked, so it's going to show my um desktop and what's behind this screen.
Okay, give me 1 second.
You're right, Raurez. There's so many. So if there was a 1,000 emoji, that's what should be up on the screen right now. There's so many different sides.
But there is only one side with me, and that has never changed. And I should not have been even discussed in their
You shouldn't have
conversations.
been, never, ever, especially by someone who somewhat had went through something where a child, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
When Eagle said, "Can you just read the entire chat?" Loretta, I wish you went live later. I'm going to go live later because this is how I feel now. With what's happened, the direction this took, I don't feel like going on about that video day. I feel like I need to rewatch what I've already watched and regroup because Ilya got really upset and I feel bad. I feel terrible about it. And I feel like I need to watch the video. I need to get Todd. He had to show a house at the last minute and won't be back before 3. I think he said 3:30. So we will do this. I'll get
So
back.
what happened? I don't understand. Why is she upset?
Okay, I've got the screenshot. I'll send it to you. Were you able to watch the link I sent you with Joe's video? Telling on everybody?
You sent it to me in DM. I only saw the hangout.
No, I sent it to you I told you what channel it was on. I don't know if I sent you the link, but
All right, let me check my Twitter.
basically the group chat, Joey was saying that Ilya Moon lied about her son dying, and they were talking shit about her.
"Oh, fuck,
And who?
damn."
I didn't go there, like just
Here's the screenshot. I just DM'd it to you.
Hey, DM'd it to me too, so I don't have to go back and watch the video and get it.
Who said that?
God.
Ilya.
Ilya. Sorry, I wasn't.
Yeah.
So this is what I'll do. When Todd is back, we will get everything queued up so we can actually play it. And we'll go through it and we'll add commentary and we'll talk about the video. That way everybody. Yes, LB, they said LB said it. LB's the one that said it. So does that sound like a good idea? Like, let's end this and regroup, and I'll be more prepared next time. I had no idea that it was going to take this direction today.
I didn't. Well, when I came on, it was to talk about everything else. I wasn't really prepared to go to that dark place either, but since it got brought up, I felt like I should address it. So
I'm so glad you were here. I'm sorry. I feel bad.
don't feel bad. It's not
I'm
your fault.
glad that you got to come speak your piece. I really am, and I hope some people heard it that needed to hear it, because fuck them. And
well, Leslie Bass should be ashamed of herself as a mother and as someone who went through the loss of her nephew. She should be absolutely disgusted with herself to accuse me of such a heinous and horrific thing. And I'm not going to go into any details about it because you know what, Leslie Baz doesn't have the right to know the truth about my life. So if she wants to live in her bubble where she accuses me of faking something, that's her choice. But if I could have my son back as opposed to I'm sorry for your losses on the internet, I would gladly trade it.
And we all wish that was even something that. Mm.
Yeah.
I love you, Ilya, and
Well, I love you guys too.
thank you for coming. So
I'm gonna be okay. I will be okay.
you're a tough cookie.
I
You're gonna be okay.
absolutely emphatically trust those in my corner. And I do trust Manya, Cheshire, and Steve because they've been there for me and shown me that they can be trustworthy.
And you
I don't care what anyone else says.
Right. You don't let anyone tell you who to trust. And
They certainly haven't accused me of lying about my own child passing away. That's one thing for sure.
And you didn't, correct me if I'm wrong, because I've just been flooded with info. You had no idea that they were saying you were lying about this before you saw that video, or had you heard that?
No. The first time I heard that, or the first time I was told that, or the first time I knew that they had talked about it and I was accused of lying was watching Joe's video. So that's how I found out.
That's just horrible.
So that makes it even more fresh for you because it's not something that you've known about.
No, I have not known about that at all. Not even a little bit. And, to be honest with you, I'm going to move forward. I have a wonderful group of people around me who love and support me. They know me. They know I am who I am. I'm just, to be honest with you, we have a new show starting tonight. That's really important.
Tell me the name of that
I'm
show
gonna get
again.
myself. Our channel is Sit Down with Debunkers. Manya, you've got a spanner. Can you grab a link and just put it in the chat?
Can someone send a link to that to this chat because let's support Ilya.
But yeah, I mean, I don't have any ill will towards people who have been on the other side of things. I have no ill will towards anybody else. But don't talk about a mother who loses their child. Don't do that. Don't. And, yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. So I'm going to get myself together because we have that premiere tonight. And I really want it to go well because we have a big announcement because we passed 500 subs.
504, girl. I see that.
Yeah, so it's a big day for our channel. I really want to focus on that. I kind of wish I wouldn't have watched Joe's video today because it really did kind of throw a kink in things. But I know I've got a wonderful support group with some amazing people, and I will get through it. And so if you guys aren't busy tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, come to that channel. That was just linked in the side chat. We have a new show premiering called The Weekly Derp, and it's just going to be a funny point and laugh show where we talk about stupid things that are happening in the flat earth community or stupid Karens that are out yelling they don't want to wear masks or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I'm just, yeah, I'm just whatever. And thank you guys so much for letting me cry on you. I didn't mean to.
I'm sorry we made you cry.
Yeah, it's okay. You didn't make me cry. But yeah, I appreciate you guys very much. I'm going to go so I can get myself together and get ready for that. And but I will talk to you guys later.
We love you, and you are one super strong person, lady.
Don't let someone like her get to you. She's not worth it.
Well, I will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
I just have to say, what terrible pieces of shit would do that to a mother who's lost her child?
It's just awful.
It's terrible, and I didn't know about it, so now I feel terrible that I invited her here, and then no, I know that no one meant to upset her, but I didn't see that in the chat because it was a screenshot, and I was listening. I was doing stuff. So when I get off of here, I'm going to put my earbuds on and pay attention 100%, and we're going to download that chat, and then later we'll play the chat on a live and talk about it. And we'll
I'll make sure I watch it
fast
between now and
forward.
then.
We will fast forward through that part of the video tonight because I don't even want to see that disgusting shit. So, but I don't really want to carry on with a bunch of tea now because I feel like, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like it wouldn't be appropriate. I feel so bad for her. Amy said, "Did you see what I sent you?" She just sent another one. Hold up. Yeah, and I'll have all of these when we go live later. My brain can't even think like what I'm trying to pull up right now. That just got away with me so much. Amy Lou.
I can't even imagine going through what she went through. I come to the internet to escape reality. And I can't imagine people take it so seriously.
Where did you
That
get
you're going
that,
to threaten
Amy?
someone. And that you can sit there and say those kinds of things to people. What is wrong with today and how people act? It's just horrible.
They are.
This year's been crap. Can we just get out of 2020?
I know, hasn't it been
God.
just ugh. So I'm gonna end this live now. I hate to, but I don't feel like my stomach feels gross right now. And I will set up another one and try to come back in a couple hours, maybe 5 or 6, or if y'all want to send me some stuff, we'll definitely be back. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all coming. I just don't want to keep talking about this right now.
Sounds good.
Okay. Thanks y'all for coming. I love y'all. Bye.